Years ago, when I was playing in orchestra, I would do these run-out concerts to some outlying community, usually about 2 hours away, maybe 3, and drive through a blinding snowstorm. In the middle of winter to get to a middle school auditorium of 300 seats, it was about 80 degrees in there. And we were playing something like Beethoven's 7 or Rosenkavalier with 4 violas. I think there's 7 viola parts. And it was after a couple of days of listening to auditions. And I just remember opening up my case, looking at the reeds, and I was like, how am I going to get through this? I really didn't have anything worthwhile to play. Well, sometimes what happens is your reeds will get real resistant, and they won't want to play for you or respond, and that's a problem. They get kind of resistant, and you have to rebuild the reed essentially by remaking the tip. I'm going to try to show you how to do that to help you get out of a bind, really, and that's what it's about. It's getting out of a difficult situation. What I would do, I would try to maybe clean it up, but scrape through the heart and down through the tip pretty lightly. And then a little bit on the sides, but very straight. And off the end of the tip, you can see there's quite a bit of material. And this basically gets the tip to vibrate a little freer. And this works best with like old reeds that have been sitting around for eons in your case, and you're not sure what to do with them because they don't look very nice and they don't play very well. You can squeeze some new life out of it. At least this is how I used to do it. And it's re-establishing the plane of the tip. And it's going to change the tone, of course. But you don't have to worry too much about that. You may get to clip it. Right now, we're just getting this thing to be free. And I'm kind of scraping off the heart, off the end of the tip, kind of cleaning up the plane. So it's responding a little better. Not as much as I'd like, though. Maybe I'm just not doing it, not being aggressive enough, maybe. And this will work with reeds that are really hard or reeds that are very soft and weak. It works equally well with both, so long as the cane has been sitting around for a while. I'm trying to get rid of that clicking a little bit, eliminate it. Okay, now we've gone pretty much as far as I want to go with it because it's starting to really lose the tone. And then I'm going to try to rein it back a little bit along the sides here. And maybe a little out of the back. This is one ugly reed. All right. going to clip it slightly, and I think it will be pretty close. Yeah, it responds really well, and it's a different reed. It's not resistant like it was, and that's what you want. You want the notes to come out. It's fairly stable. And I could clip it one more time, I think. One more really little one. That's not bad. It should get you through a concert at least. Not great, but it's better than it was. Let's try a different one. Here's another ugly reed. Let's see if it plays. Oh, that's hideous. Oh boy. So that's really resistant. I'm having to push a lot of air, and it really doesn't sound good. And of course, I could just work the blend, maybe. That would help it, but let's see if we can get this to work. It's even better than the last one. So I'm going to, oh, it's hard to tell in the lens, but I'm going to try to, sometimes when I was desperate, I would really tear through the center here. I know it seems strange, but then thin the end of the tip and it would work bizarrely. And it probably has more to do with the slope of the tip than anything. We're trying to derive a flat plane rather than adding resistance by having a concave slope. Yeah, that side's kind of thick. I can feel it. Alright, so there's that. You see, now that responds really well now. And that's what you want, you know, when you're playing in a hot auditorium or, you know, in an unfamiliar surrounding. So when you have to play, when the notes have to come out, they will. A little flat, I'm going to clip it, you know, oddly enough. Even though it was really resistant, it's a flat C, which is not horrible. Much easier to play. There's only one little thing I would do to it. This may ruin it. You'll get through a concert, if that's your biggest fear. Which was mostly my biggest fear, playing in an orchestra, was being able to get through the concert some nights. Because, you know, I'll tell you what, life gets in the way. And if you're single and you're living on your own and everything's great, but then you start getting responsibilities, you don't have as much time at the reed table. You gotta find something that works, and this is a way to do it. And I like to balance the tip with the back also. I find that this helps. And scrape the surface, right? When you're this far into the reed. We're just scraping the surface, kind of smoothing the surface. It plays. It's flat. Let me clip it one more time, and that'll pretty much wrap it up. Alright, a little flat C there. at least that worked for me. It may work for you. And it takes a reed that was not very fluent and kind of would stop and was resistant and hard to play and dried out. And you can kind of breathe life into these old reeds by doing what I just did. And you're essentially just surface scraping, reestablishing that plane, and getting the tip to vibrate like it should. And maybe that will help you. You can give it a shot with some old reeds and see if that works out. All right, good luck with that.